selection show just wrap up where they gave the top 25. Some teams have moved around. There's been a lot of ups, a lot of downs. Kind of goes to show, I think it's pretty accurate. The one thing that I will gripe on, and I've said it before, as much as I was saying Georgia should be number one, Alabama. Now, I'm not saying that you'd put Alabama over Texas. I'm not saying that you would drop Oregon or drop Washington to put Alabama in the top 6. No. But this is one of those things where I think they've backed themselves up into this corner by having FSU ranked this high, having Michigan so highly ranked when they haven't played anybody till they just went and beat Penn State. If anybody, I'd switch Michigan with Alabama. I'd have Michigan sitting at that 7th seed on the outside looking in, and then I'd have Alabama at 6, and then everybody would just slide up one, and Michigan would be the one that would have been down. But, they've beat Penn State, so now it's in the past. But there's been years where, okay, we can predict who's going to the college football playoff. We can predict, okay, this is what it will look like long before conference championship weekend happens. But I find it ironic that the very last year, it's going to take till the last game on conference championship weekend. Because if Louisville, at the 10th seed, wins out and then beats Florida State, wouldn't they have... hey, we've beat Notre Dame, we've beat Florida State. Why can't we be in? You see what I mean? And so I think it's going to take every single week, and it's going to take every single game for them to figure out and make it right, hopefully. I think Alabama's been snubbed, and here's why. So let's look at their schedule. They have beat a ranked Ole Miss, a ranked Tennessee, and a ranked LSU. And not only did they beat LSU, they handled them soundly. And then they beat Tennessee by 14 points. And then they went and thumped Kentucky. Now, they're going to play Chattanooga, where their rank is not going to go up either. In fact, I could see it going down. And then they have the Iron Bowl, where they play Auburn. Now, if they lose, let me cover this up. If they lose the Iron Bowl, all bets are off. They're a 2-loss team. It would be harder to say, yeah, they're a college football playoff nominee. But here's the thing. It's not going to matter, and I said it in the other video, if Alabama's ranked number 8, number 6, number 10. If they beat Georgia and win the SEC championship, they are going into the college football playoff. Last year was unique with the Big 12, where TCU lost, but they still went because Kansas State was already out of reach. Kansas State had their 2 losses, and they didn't have all the wins to jump everybody. I just listed off 3 wins: LSU, Tennessee, and Ole Miss. That Alabama, and then that 4th win would be Georgia, who is number 1 right now, for them to jump into the top 4. Georgia would probably drop to 2 or 3, and then Alabama would be 4. But it's inevitable. They're just delaying the inevitable because they're gonna be put in a sticky situation when Ohio State loses to Michigan, or vice versa. Georgia loses and Alabama wins the SEC championship. I feel like there's so much chaos that's gonna happen. But that's just me. We'll just have to see. All these games have to play out, and it's the committee. Whatever. I can't put my thumb on the reason. The most valuable win. I think those 4 teams could sneak in. So